Today, another episode on one of my favorite topic, seafood. We're going to do Pesce Marinato. Basically, we're going to use raw ingredients. In this case, I got swordfish, salmon, tuna, shrimp, and octopus, which is the only one who's parboiled. What is Pesce Marinato? It's basically cooking without fire. We're going to marinate this fish using vinegar. The acidic of the vinegar is actually going to cook, if not better, than fire and keep it moist. And believe me, you try this one, you're going to do this every week. We do want a glass tureen. We do not want a plastic because we're using acidic liquid like vinegar, lemons, and we don't want to sit in some kind of plastic container. So we're going to use, in this case, is a Pyrex glass. What I'm doing here is I'm slicing very thin. I'm doing different sections of whatever fish I picked. There is really not a rule of what you can use and what not, as long as everything is super fresh. You don't want a dull knife. A dull knife is chef's worst enemy. So keep your knives nice and sharpened. Now all there is to this step, no seasoning at this point. We're going to take some very simple white vinegar. We don't want red wine vinegar, we don't want balsamic because it's super sweet and things. We want a very neutral vinegar, and we don't want to tint the color of the natural fish. So we're going to make sure that everything is covered. Yes, I'm using my fingers. I do that all the time. And at this point, we're going to let it sit. I like to let it sit for a couple hours in a nice, cool place. You don't want it in a super cold place, but if summertime, I will put it in the refrigerator. Do not season, don't do anything at this point. Just let it sit in there. The vinegar isn't actually going to cook. See you in a couple. So we're going to go with some of my favorite. Oregano, this is Greek oregano. I'm going to go with Greek, but not too much because it's a little bit overpowering. From the Amalfi Coast, fresh wild fennel. So we're going to get some of that. We're going to get some parsley, of course. There's one thing we say in Italy, and my grandfather used to say it all the time. If we did anything that we were always in the way, he would call us parsley. Produci in ogni menest, meaning parsley goes everywhere, it's always in the way. Italian mint. How do I know it's Italian? Because it talks back in Italian to me. And there we go. That's all we need. We're going to use some fresh lemon, and let's go back to the kitchen. So here we are. Remember, we had our 5 different kinds of seafood here. We let it marinate for a couple hours with white vinegar. We drained it. I tap it dry with good quality paper towel or draining paper that you can get your hands on, and it's time to dress it. Remember, we did not add anything, so I'm going to sprinkle some sea salt, a little pepper. Cannot help it, I have to have my kick. So, I don't go crazy with it. Little sprinkle. I'm going to sprinkle some garlic. Again, not much garlic. This is 1 small clove of garlic. Like more, you're welcome to do it. I have here the herbs that we got from the garden. and we're gonna give it a rough cut. The aroma in this kitchen right now. I'm gonna sprinkle some of that. Use my little trick here so we don't get seeds in there. You should have enough lemon to cover every part. The little zest to enhance the flavor of the lemon, because remember, yes, the juice is very flavorful, but the zest is where the oils are, so you do have little extra flavor. And we finish with oil. Now we are going to put plenty of oil as always, because this we need to marinate, which is like a pickle, so we need to submerge everything. And the oil that is left in the pan when you're done, it's not necessarily going to be discarded, because you could take the oil and make yourself a nice spaghetti aglio olio and use that oil for a special dish right there. Ladies and gentlemen, pesce marinato, buon appetito. Va bene?